Ryan Blaney comes home in the 4th spot today. So first things first, you just went down and spoke with Kyle Larson, I'm assuming about the contact there at the end of stage 2, but what was that conversation?
I just wanted to know what I did to deserve it. And he just said he made a mistake, and yeah, that's fine, make mistakes, but like at the end of the day, I still got turned. He came from all the way on the bottom of the racetrack and hit me in the left rear. I know he most likely didn't mean to do it, but it happened anyway, and so that's just one I got to remember. But I was happy we bounced back, after getting turned around, and did a good job of kind of timing out where we need to be and having a good enough car to get back to fourth. So proud of the effort, appreciate Menards and Pennsville Ford for a good day and a good recovery, and go on to Bristol next week.
I don't know if you're ever comfortable at Bristol, right? But at plus 42, what does that open up for you guys next week?
Yeah, I think just go have a decent race, I think Bristol's been a place where we've gotten better as the last 2 or 3 races there. I feel like we've gotten a little bit better there. So just try to keep improving at that racetrack little by little, and just go have a solid night.
Top 5 for the 12 today in St. Louis.
Yeah, let's get the other side of the story. Kyle Larson finishing 12th. We saw the conversation on the screen between you and Ryan Blaney. What was your side of the story in terms of the contact on track?
Yeah, I just told him I messed up. I wasn't meaning to obviously go in there and hit him. I was just, the lap before I had got in there and got inside of him, slid up, got to his door and got him tight and got to where I could race him down the front stretch, and was just trying to do that again, and was a little bit further back into 3 than I was the lap before, and just misjudged, the point of where I wasn't going to get next to him and try to tuck in, and I just clipped him. So, yeah, all on me, but wasn't intentional at all. So I hope he understands that. Obviously, I hurt his day where you could have gained more points. But, yeah, all in all, outside of that, it was a great race for us. We had a great car. Just the restart when the 23 wasn't able to get going kind of messed our I think it messed our strategy up and whatnot after that. So that was unfortunate. But, yeah, proud of my team. Just a phenomenal race car, a place that we struggle at, style of track that we struggle at. So, yeah, looking forward to going to New Hampshire with this package and trying to build off of it, and then just keep trying to do a good job in the playoffs and hopefully get to Phoenix, have a chance to race for a championship.
As we head to Bristol next week, you've won 2 of the last 4 there. You go in plus 60. What kind of day are you looking for out of the Coliseum?
Yeah, just it'd be great to have day like the last 2 times there where we lead a bunch of laps and win the race, but you can never expect that. So everybody's always getting better, and we just got to try and go out there and execute like we did on Saturday here this weekend and last weekend, qualify up front, and then just hopefully the race will play out better in our favor, and we can just build on it.
3rd place run for Chase Elliott today on a day that I think started with some optimism. Is this exactly kind of what you expected from the 9 today?
Well, I had hopes that was in the realm of possibility, but first off, just want to apologize to Josh and the 21 team. I had no intention of getting into him. I've known those guys my whole life, so I just hope that they at least know it wasn't anything intentional, and I've known Josh for a long time too, so just want to make sure those guys know that I feel terrible about that. I felt terrible about it right when it happened, and wish I could take it back, but yeah, unfortunately that transpired. But beyond that, really proud of our effort. I thought we had really good pace in our Napa Chevy today, and was able to be on good offense and put ourselves in some good spots throughout the course of the race. Had good restarts, and got ourselves up there in the mix. So we probably weren't the very best, but I thought we were really close, as respectable as we've been in some time, in my opinion. So hopefully we can carry that forward to Bristol next week and be a fun one to do it at.
Good day for Chase Elliott, 3rd today.
Yeah, obviously it was a chaotic restart back there after everybody pitted, and checked up a little bit to try to stop Joey and the 38, and the 9 got a run and kind of slid in there, and looked like got a little loose and slid up into us. So I'm gonna be honest, Chase and that team have done a lot for me, and I really doubt that was on purpose. Just wrong place, wrong time for us again, and obviously unfortunate, but just want to thank everybody at Wood Brothers Racing and Motorcraft, Quick Lane, all our partners, everybody at Ford. We'll just go to Bristol and try to do the best we can and put ourselves in position to race for a win, and that's really all we can do at this point.
So, Joey, did the day play out as well as you thought it might when the race started?
Yeah, I mean, it was another solid day here in St. Louis. We got a cool little top 5 streak going here, but, proud of the Hunt Brothers Pizza Mustang team. Had a shot at it. I thought I lost control on the restart there to the 11, and then I was able to, stay with them and thought we might have a chance of getting them on the cycle there, and we just weren't able to cycle in front of them, and then just couldn't really go on that final restart, just lost the balance on it. So overall, I'm proud of the team. The team did a good job. They executed the first 2 races really good on pit road, and Paul called a really good race today and put us in position to try to win it. So just got to be a little faster. That was kind of the bottom line. Just missed a little bit of speed on the first few laps of a restart.
Joey, I know that you've won at every type of racetrack that we race on, but it seems like when you come to this style of track, you're able to dig down and get something that out of yourself, out of your car, that a lot of other drivers can't do that. Is there something just about this style of track and racing that you embrace?
I think some of it's the cars kind of fit this style of track. I think the other thing is you get to use your feet. Like these other tracks these days, you're into gas so much, you're not getting to do as much inside the car with your feet and working the brake pedal and doing different things, moving around the racetrack, working your tires differently. It's kind of goes back to the old car a little bit more when you come to a track that you got to slow down a little bit more, and it's all about momentum, and that's what this racetrack's about. You look at 1 and 2, and there's 10 different ways you could run it, and you can do the same in 3 and 4. So it's a fun racetrack to get around. Tough because everybody's running about the same speed out there, so it's really tough to pass, but definitely a lot of options on the racetrack.
Joey, I hate to do it to you, but what have you done for me lately? We got to go to Bristol next week.
I know.
And, you had a good solid day today, 5th most points earned today. I could see some tension in your face before the race. How do you feel now that this is over and now you're heading to Bristol?
A little better than I did this morning, but not that great either. So Bristol's a lot of what ifs, right? We talk about the tire, we talk about the temperature there and how it falls off. If it doesn't fall off, there's a lot of unknowns going into next weekend. On top of what Bristol always brings with the potential of big wrecks. So I feel better than we did going into today. The hope was to leave here plus 20 over the cut line. I think we're 21. So, accomplished that goal. Wish it was a win, but overall, we did what we had to do today to set ourselves up in a better spot, right? It's all about just getting to the next round. That's all we got to do. So, that's, we'll do our best shot to do that in Bristol next week.
Yeah, plus 21's a whole lot better than -1, Joey. You're on the right side of that line.
Yeah, or -3 where we were. So
yeah, -3, yeah,
definitely
good point.
Yeah,
good
that
point.
number was stuck in my, I remember that number in my mind. So.
I tried to give you 2 points, Joey.
Yeah, yeah. If anyone says they don't think about it, they're crazy. Of course you do.
Of course you do.
Yeah, Marty backs up his Southern 500 win with a runner-up finish, but what a roller coaster of a day. Stage 1, then you had the incident with Suarez, flat spot of your tires, multiple left rear issues, then your rebound here. What was the strength and the weakness of this team today?
Yeah, I would say that our strength was our speed. We had a really, really good just fast first shops Toyota. Our weakness was just the sloppiness, right? Whether it was me behind the wheel or obviously pit road. I don't know what the left rear issue was, but yeah, great recovery. James did an amazing job of just doing something different to kind of get us up there, and would have loved to obviously battle up there and potentially try to beat everybody's favorite driver for Toyota's 200th win. But yeah, just was at a tire deficit there, and I thought our car for having the tire deficit and everything else, it showed just how good it was. So yeah, just thankful again, to Coach and Toyota and obviously Johnny and JP Morris, everybody at Bass Pro Shops. This thing is a dream to drive. I mean, a year ago, you would have told me I would have been disappointed with second. I would have told you you're crazy. And, just today and how much speed we've had kind of week in and week out, it's been a lot of fun.
Top two finishes to start the playoffs. Bristol's next week. I know you're full throttle. What's the expectation there?
Yeah, I feel like we can go there and win. It's a great racetrack for me, typically in the past, and was really strong for us, honestly, earlier this year. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Darlington's the only track that I can think of we've actually went as a team for the second time, and Bristol will be the second time we get to do that. So hopefully we can back it up.
I'm curious your thoughts on today, because it seemed like you had a really, really good race car. The points gain is a positive, but how would you evaluate ultimately a 7th place run today?
I just think we're underperforming. Clearly the JGR Camrys are amazing, and I don't know. I mean, our team cars are really good, and I felt like I had what I needed to race with them, and we finished 7th, and they finished 1-2. So I honestly think that the cars are as fast as I've had in my Cup career, and just not getting results out of it. So that's a bummer. But on a lighter note, we obviously had a good points day, and we're able to increase our buffer to the cut line, which is really good. So, I think from that standpoint, mission accomplished. And yeah, we had a great DeWalt Camry, just didn't get the finish that we probably should have and could have.
It only gets tougher from here, of course. So how do you change that narrative? How do you guys get the finishes that you deserve?
Well, I mean, we got all the tools in the toolbox. Our teammates are killing it right now. And so we got everything we need to go do it. We just got to go do it.
Thanks, Christopher.
Austin Dillon comes home in the 18th position. That does not tell the whole story. I know you didn't have the car you wanted during the race, but I want to talk about that bold call by Richard Boswell to keep you out before the end of stage 2, get some stage points. Just how much trust do you have in this team and the kind of decisions they're making?
Well, we executed with what we had, the best we had. I mean, 18th was the best we were all day. The stage 2 stage points were huge to keep us in this fight. I mean, at one point, myself, Kyle, and Ty were dead last back there, and got to apologize to Ty and Kyle. If I want to spin out under anybody, it ain't him. It's any of these other cats. I would rather have done that too. So I feel like I look like an idiot doing that, but our cars were just terrible. We had no grip on entry, couldn't do anything, and luckily we ran long, and we got the car a little better on the long run. We could leave it less fuel at the end when we had the long run there. So took 2, and we did all we could to get 18th. So it's just unfortunate, I thought we were going to be a little better going into these 2 races, and we just kind of missed it today. But the fight gives us a shot at Bristol. If we can nail Bristol, we've got a chance. We got to have some things go our way, but looking forward to Bristol and do all we can again to try and transfer.
You leave here minus 11 to the cut line. Lost a couple of points, but you did not bleed points, which is a big deal. And so for you, do you consider this a net positive walking away from this track?
I'm very happy with the execution. Unfortunate that our car wasn't any good. We put ourselves in a little hole at Darlington as well. But we executed much better here than we did at Darlington to salvage what we have. And I'm more positive about Bristol. We ran 10th there earlier this year, so hopefully things are similar and we can make it a little better.
Denny, what was more impressive to you, the win today or the burnout on the front stretch? You almost made it all the way from turn 2 or turn 1 to turn 4.
I'm going to go as far as the rubber will let me go.
Good point, yeah.
I was lucky to get it going that far, but it was definitely harder to win today. Certainly, I felt like I didn't do a very good job on restarts early in the day. Got a little better there towards the end. And then we got our car better as the day went on as well. So Chris and this whole team just did a great job to make adjustments, give me what I need, especially that last run. The second to last run, when I was holding off the 22, that wasn't a race-winning car. And so they weren't afraid to swing for the fences that last green flag pit stop and give me what I need.
Hey, Denny, we know that now pressure's off for this round, moving on, how great you are at Bristol, so you get to I know there probably won't be any sim work this week on Bristol, but because you're good enough there. Looking ahead, we're not going to let you enjoy this too long. We got to get on to the next round, and the effort that it's going to take from you and your team, because I think you told us that might be the most difficult round as you looked at it before this started.
Yeah, it is, and it's certainly got some of the more challenging racetracks, but it's also got some good tracks for us as well. But I'm going to put my work in for Bristol just like I would normally. Yes, we'll add in some extra stuff for round 2 in there. If anything, this just adds more work, because I don't want to go to Bristol and chip it in. This is a great opportunity for us to go out there and have a stress-free race, and that's how you have to race Bristol. If you try to race that track timid, it is a difficult place. And so now that we're locked in, certainly feel like I can go out there and do what I need to do to win.
All right, let's get to the serious stuff, Denny. I had a conversation with Bill Murray before the race, and I left extremely confused. I saw him talking to you before the race. Were you equally confused?
I think I was talking to, I don't know if you remember, What About Bob? Way back in the day. He actually said that was one of his favorite movies to shoot. He shot it in Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia, which I told him, that's kind of the area in which I grew up. But he was just, he was enamored by the smell of the cars. And so he was asking me a lot of questions about, if we light a match here, will just everything go boom or what? And I says, well, that smell is actually what attracted me to NASCAR racing back when I was 5 years old, and I went to a race in Richmond. Is that the minute I heard those engines roaring and I smelled the tires and fuel, it was over for me. And so maybe he was getting that bug. You never know.
Hey, real quick, I know you mentioned your dad, Dennis, not feeling very well. Now, he does not like you having fun with the fans and interacting, but I think all the fans love it, though, when you interact with them and kind of welcome the boos. And what did you tell me? Bring it. Bring it on.
Yeah, all of it. I want all the noise, all the heat. I definitely, and I ask for it for myself. It's not like it's unwarranted. I certainly, poke the bear when it comes to that, but it's just a fun way for me to, get myself pumped up and certainly feel like, I love making the majority of the crowd's day crappy when I win, and then I really enjoy seeing, like I see out here, the 11 against the world flags. That's just, my fans are passionate. I love them. They put up with a lot of stuff just like I do, but this is what makes rivalry so fun.
At least you admit you love making fans miserable, which is maybe the best part about this whole thing. Congratulations on win number 5, Denny.
Thank you.